So Larijani has played. I mean, Larijani basically, if you look at his loyalties, Larijani or his look at his politics. Okay, we are talking about a man who has a PhD in Western philosophy. He has written 3 books about Immanuel Kant and mathematics. And he has written about linguistics theory. He has written about René Descartes. This is an extremely intelligent man. Okay. And he was also the propaganda chief of the Iranian state for 10 years. And he contested the elections in 2005. And he wanted to contest again, but the Guardian Council dismissed him, rejected his candidacy. I think that was in 2024. Because they found, I mean, they didn't find him, they didn't think that he had enough qualities to become the presidential candidate in 2024. And throughout his political career, he belonged to the principalist faction. I mean, the principalist is what the Western media call the hardliners in Iran. So Larijani always belonged to the principalist faction in Iran's politics. And Iran, by the way, Iran is not a monarchy, right? Iran is still a country. Of course, this is a theocratic system. This, you can call it an authoritarian system, but Iran is a country that still has elections, parliamentary elections and presidential election. And Iran it doesn't have political parties, but it has different political organizations. It has different political blocks, and it's a very fractious polity. It's not a homogeneous polity handheld by the Ayatollah. One day morning, the Ayatollah will wake up and then say, you do this, and everybody is going to do that. It's not like that. So it's a very fractious, very divided polity. And in this, Larijani belonged to the principalist faction. But Larijani is a guy who had also worked with the so-called moderates in Iran's politics. Because, for example, if you look at the nuclear deal, 2015 nuclear deal, Rouhani was the president. So Rouhani is a cleric. He is a white turbaned cleric. But he is called a moderate, right? So Larijani is not a cleric. He is a sophisticated suit-wearing, blazer-wearing philosopher. But he is a hardliner. But Larijani was the speaker of the parliament, of the Majlis. And Larijani played a major role, a critical role in passing the nuclear deal in Iranian parliament. So he had actually joined hands with Rouhani back in 2015. But we know what happened to the nuclear deal. So the Iranians were serious about the nuclear deal, and they remained 100% compliant with the terms of the nuclear deal. It was not Iran that violated the terms of the nuclear deal. It was Donald Trump who sabotaged the nuclear deal. So what would the Iranians think about it? What would Larijani think about it? So their appetite for making another deal has gone down remarkably after the 2018 exit of the United States. So Larijani is a very complex guy, a very interesting guy.